Alright, so Godzilla coming at you, Bradenton Beach, Florida, Apache Palace, World's Strongest Man 2019 on the beach today. Today was day 2. But I want to talk to you about picking your show. Everybody wants to get the World's Strongest Man. That's your ultimate goal, but you got to start somewhere. So I will give you a little advice on how to pick the first show, how to pick the right show, how to pick your next show. So listen up. Hey, how you doing there? Godzilla coming at you here. Just scrolling through some future events here for United States Strongman. Just wanted to talk to you about picking your next show, whether it's your next show or your first show. You have a couple options, a couple different federations. United States Strongman being the one that I compete in mostly. Strongman Corporation being another one. Training Strongman is another one that's up and coming. And if anybody's listening from over in the UK, across seas, you also have Ultimate Strongman Games, Strongman Championships Leagues. And a lot of your local gyms don't have independent shows that aren't affiliated with the federations. I prefer like house shows or something like that. Usually smaller gyms just getting started. When you first start, whether it's novice, whether it's open, whether it's pro. I said if you have any questions, anything like that, my biggest advice is don't shy away from a competition because of some of the weights or some of the implements. Go in, test yourself. You might be surprised. You might hit a PR that day. You might do something you never thought you could do. It's just part of the sport, part of the learning. But those are the biggest things you want to look at is basically cost, location, travel involved, the weights of the implements, the events themselves, the other competitors. One of my biggest things is trophies. A lot of times, you first, second, third get trophies. Starting out, like I said, pick your novice show. Pick a show close to home. Look at the events. If the gym's close, I recommend going to the gym and actually training on the implements you're going to use. The main thing most people look at is they look at the weights. They look at how heavy. Strongman is different from powerlifting. Powerlifting, you pick your own weights you want to do. Strongman, the weights are preset. So if they go in saying you got a 400 deadlift and you can deadlift 300, chances are you might not get the deadlift and zero it. So a lot of times they'll post the weights. My biggest thing is don't get scared of the weights. If you're new and there's something you can't do, you zero an event, you zero an event. I've done it. We've all done it. I've watched pros do it at World's Strongest Man last week. Guys, don't be afraid of the weights. Sometimes the show chooses you. Sometimes you get contacted to do a show. I'm going to Canada here in a few months. It's not a pro show, but it's a pro level show based on the weights and the competitors. I get invited back to Worlds again this year due to my top 10 finish from last year. Those shows, they chose me, but like I recommend doing as many as you can to get the practice, to get the experience when you're going to do them. I try to do as many as I can when I first started. You want to start looking at what your goals are. Everybody wants to compete at Worlds. The Arnold is a big thing. If you want to compete at the Arnold, that's basically through Strongman Corporation. To go to the Arnold, you got to go to Nationals. To go to Nationals, you got to do a qualifier. So if you go to the Arnold, you win the Arnold, you get your pro card. So if that's one of your goals, at that level, you're not worried about weights. If that's your goal, you're thinking you're good enough to win. If you have any questions, you can always get a hold of me through YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. All my stuff's on my page, all linked up, man. And hopefully you find your next show, and you do well, and you keep advancing, and hopefully I'll see you one day at the show. Okay, so there you have it. Some tips on how to pick your next show, how to get started picking your first show. Hopefully these videos help you out and you can learn a little bit. Any advice I can give, and maybe one day be here filming you at Worlds, just like we're filming these guys.